Welcome everybody to another nostalgic spy game review. Every year at Christmas time here on the Chronik Spartan show, it's a bit of a tradition to review one of my favourite stealth or spy games. You see, growing up I used to always get stealth games around about Christmas time. They're one of my favourite game types and one of my favourite games to ask for during Christmas. That means that over the years there's something about stealth and spy games that really remind me of Christmas. For me, there's nothing quite like sitting down in those winter months and enjoying a really good spy action game. In previous years we've covered some of the James Bond games, Agent Under Fire and Nightfire as well. And this year we'll be looking at another one of my favourites, Mission Impossible on the PlayStation 1. Now, the story of Mission Impossible is a little bit different to the previous stories that we've told about James Bond games. You see, the James Bond games Agent Under Fire and Nightfire, I received those as Christmas presents on Christmas Day. And the memories I made with those games were memories to last a lifetime, memories with my sister and brother-in-law. But the story of how I started playing Mission Impossible is a different one. It goes back to when I was in my last year of college and I was revising for my exams during the Christmas period. I remember being in my local town centre and going to a Virgin Megastore at the time. Virgin Megastores being the type of stores that would sell music, videos and games. And like any great store like that back in the 90s, they had the demo kits of PlayStation 1 and N64 systems. Now, this one day I was looking through the PlayStation 1 games when I noticed the N64 demo system was free. If ever it was free, I would always go over and give it a go, see whatever game was playing on there. And on that day, Mission Impossible was playing on the N64. And the mission that was playing was a mission where you played in an embassy. And this level absolutely blew me away. It blew me away because it was the first time in any game like this that I experienced where you were able to change your appearance, or the first time you were able to walk around in the environment in disguise and not be detected by anybody, able to go around and complete your objectives like a true spy. This level really captured me. I still remember that moment. I even still remember the music that was playing. Millennium by Robbie Williams was the song that was playing when I was playing that level. That's how much that moment made an impact on me. That's how much Mission Impossible made an impact on me when I first played it on the N64. Now, at the time, the game hadn't yet released on the PlayStation 1. Now, whether it was fate or whether it was coincidence, I don't know, but it was around about that time the game did actually finally release on PlayStation 1. Because it was about a good year after the release on the N64 that we got Mission Impossible on the PlayStation 1. And as soon as I found out this game was releasing, I bought it straight away, full price, £40 British, which was a lot in those days, especially as I was a college student. It was the build up to Christmas, it was the holidays, and I was studying for my exams, which meant that every single day I was in my bedroom for hours revising for my exams. But whilst I had Mission Impossible there, with my PlayStation 1 on the desk and the TV, I could not resist but play this game in between revising. And I remember vividly the moments when my dad would come upstairs to check how I was doing, see how my revision was going, see if I needed any help. And those times when I was playing Mission Impossible, would hear him coming up the stairs, would quickly switch off the TV and open up my book. So then when he would come through the door, I was like, yeah, Dad, I'm just going through some physics right now. And I still remember that moment vividly, which in itself gave even more excitement to, for me, what was an amazing game. And this is the thing that I really like about Mission Impossible, and having played it again recently, this is something that I remember being so great about the game at the time and playing it in the way that I did. You see, Mission Impossible is a third-person action game, but the way it plays out is a bit differently to other third-person spy games at the time. Games like Metal Gear Solid and Siphon Filter had much longer levels, much more complex objectives to complete. Mission Impossible was a much simpler game, and the fact that the missions themselves were not particularly long. Most of the missions in Mission Impossible you can complete in around about 5 to 10 minutes, which meant it was perfect for me when I was quickly looking for a go in between revising, with some of the missions themselves even being completable in a couple of minutes. Now that might not sound like a great thing, but it was really, really great because there's no shortage of missions. And it means that Mission Impossible has this really great pick up and go feeling to it. Something which has transitioned brilliantly to me playing it on my retro gaming handhelds. Especially now at a time when I'm older and playing games isn't a luxury I always have. My gaming windows are much shorter than they used to be. And in some respects, playing Mission Impossible now feels a lot like playing Mission Impossible back when I was studying for my exams. Because I might get half an hour here or even 15-20 minutes here and there in between feeding the baby or getting one of the kids to sleep. And these are the perfect moments, these are the perfect times for me to pick up Mission Impossible and crack out another stealth mission. Now Mission Impossible itself starts like any great spy game should start, in a snowy base somewhere in Russia. And again, when I first got this game for the PlayStation 1 and first experienced that level, it stuck with me forever. Those two levels, the opening level where you play in the snowy base and the level that I played on the N64 and on the PlayStation 1 as well where you play in the embassy, are memories that I'll never forget from gaming. Those are levels that I remember inside and out and always remember with fond detail and always bring me back those huge nostalgic vibes when I think about it. But anyway, we start in a snowy level and this is the first experience of how awesome some of the gadgets are in Mission Impossible. Because anyone who knows Mission Impossible knows how important the face masks are. The ability to change your look to look like someone else, to be disguised as another character. It's a concept that was really prevalent in the TV shows and also in the first movie. And there's no shortage of it in the game as well. And this was something amazing. This was the first time I had ever experienced in a game where you can play as your character, which is hunted down by the NPCs. And then you can interact with another character, steal their face, and then straight away after, those very same NPCs, the other ones, see you as a different person. It may not seem like a big concept in modern gaming, but back then in the 90s, that was the first time I'd ever experienced anything like that. And it really gave me this true vibe, this true sense of stealth, like I was really a spy. You see, the really nice thing about Mission Impossible, and the thing that makes it different to games like Siphon Filter, or even like some of the James Bond games on the PlayStation 1, is that instead of just being an all guns out blazing third-person shooter, which games like the James Bond games on the PlayStation 1 can be sometimes, Mission Impossible has a strong focus on stealth. Every single mission has wonderful and different objectives that you have to complete, objectives that are the type of objectives you'd see in a spy movie. And every single mission seems to bring something different to it. Now, not all missions are equal. Some are amazing, and there's one or two in there that are really, really poor. Like I said, my two favourite ones are the Spartan mission in the snow base and the embassy mission as well. But straight after the embassy mission is one of the worst missions in the game. A mission whereby you end up stuck in poisoned corridors and you have to find your way through there by capturing life and looking for a gas mask. It's a really tricky, fiddly and awkward level. But the good thing about it is, like I said, none of the levels are that long. So any of the bad levels that pop up, you're over with pretty quick. And for me personally, I can say that 90% of the levels are thoroughly enjoyable and really exciting to play. Now, Mission Impossible is not going to win any awards for storytelling, and it's not going to win any awards for game design. But what it did win was my heart and my nostalgia. Mission Impossible came for me at a perfect time. It was the perfect game to play in the situation that I was in. I always have been a huge fan of spy games and movies, and around that age is when I really started to enjoy them. Furthermore, it brought about some concepts and ideas I'd never seen before in a game. And it was just so exciting to me the way I played it, trying to sneak in goes in between revising, and exciting in the way that you could play and sneak around the missions. Now, I have always wondered over these years if Mission Impossible would hold up, or if it would be one of those games that when I went back to, it just didn't live up to the hype. It just didn't live up to the nostalgia. But like I said, I've been playing it again recently, and I have been absolutely thoroughly loving it. Every single bit of it. Okay, maybe not every single bit of it. That poison corridor level is a right pain. But apart from that, I've been loving every single bit of it. And it is one of my favourite nostalgic spy games to play. If you haven't played Mission Impossible, I definitely recommend you at least check it out. If not for the very least of the cheesy fun and the laughs you'll have at its expense. But if you're open-minded and you enjoy just some good, easy fun, I think you'll really enjoy Mission Impossible. And it's a game I'm thoroughly enjoying this Christmas as well. Now, if you've enjoyed this episode and you enjoy this tradition, then you can check out our previous reviews as well. Like we said, we have James Bond Agent Under Fire and we have James Bond Nightfire as well. And come back and join us next year in this tradition and let's see what spy game we'll be reviewing then. If you don't want to miss out when that comes out, even though it's like a year away, hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss it. Once again, thank you for watching and see you next time.